It always does that. Okay. Trying to get my TV going here. Alright, y'all, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Alright. Okay. We're good now. Alright, so we're going to be doing... Oh, what did I do with my phone? Oh. I'm telling you. Alright. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the... I turned that volume down. Alright, here we go. We're going to be using the little pink monster. So we're going to be doing something with that. Okay. I turned all my volume down. I turned the thing on and it immediately starts with volume. Okay. We're going to be using one of the pine bases because I actually have the monster and then I also have a little sign I want to put on it and I have some pink pumpkins. So this is always my favorite to use because it just has such a bigger surface to use. Look at this beautiful mesh. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to be using that. This is a tweed mesh. Now these can be a little difficult to work with. So just keep that in mind. But not impossible. Alright, so this is XB251410-46. Look at our ribbons. These are adorable. Look at that. Look. Aren't they so cute? Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is fluff out our pine base. And you know I'm going to do it the quickest way possible because I don't like fluffing. I'm not a fan of fluffing. So I'll just kind of do it quick. Alright. You can get these bases at Wreath Decor by Dawn. You can get them at Craft Outlet. So these are super easy to use. And you can use them all year. So don't think they're just for Christmas because they're not. Especially if you're going to cover it like we are. So if you look, even though technically it's supposed to be the same size as the wreath bases, the work wreath bases, these actually come out just with a larger surface. Takes less mesh, and it's just really such a great thing for a project if you're going to have several things to put on it. Just makes it easier. Okay. All you have to do is not have them flat. They don't have to be perfect because we're not using it like a pine wreath. We're just using this as our base. Okay. So I cut my mesh at 20 inches. All right, look how pretty that is. So we did 20 inches, and then, of course, this is our monster. We've got our little sign, and we've got our pink pumpkins. So you can see that's a lot to put on one surface. So this will end up working really, really well. Okay. So we're going to do woodland ruffle. Like I said, this mesh is so pretty, but it can be kind of a pain in the tail to work with. So honestly, the woodland ruffle is going to be the best way to do it. So all you want to do is have, you know, some curl on each end. It's not going to be a whole lot. See, it's mostly going to be curl. I'm going to start down the middle So I'm just going to tie it in the middle with 2 of the ties, and then kind of spread it out. So you just want to let it curl on its own, and then just kind of push it together. All we're doing is coloring up our base. All right, so we're going to spread out the ruffle part and let the curl just do its thing. There. Like that. Normally I use my tool, but this is so quick and easy that a lot of times when I do these I won't, just because it's usually not enough to make my hands start hurting, but you just never know. Okay. There. Like that. So you definitely want to spread it out so you can start getting that color in. Hey! How are you? Alrighty. There. Thank you, baby. Alright, there we go. See how pretty that is? And I'm only going to use 1 roll of mesh. Right, so it makes it more economical. There. Like that. Once you get all the way around in the center, then what I usually do is I go and I work around the bottom. I always do the center first because it's going to cover the widest area, and then I'll start working around the bottom. Or you can do 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. Whatever works easier for you. There we go. And I just space them about 1 inch or so apart. They don't really quite touch, or most of them don't. Look how cute. Alright, so then we'll take the rest of them and we'll go around the bottom. You can use these bases just like a work wreath as well, but I generally like to use them like this. I kind of like it to be a little different and not just be everything perfectly in a row. I think it also kind of makes it a little bit easier and faster, that's for sure. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm kind of going in between where the 2 upper ones are, somewhere around there. Doesn't have to be exactly. And I'm only doing like maybe 2 good curls. The good thing is that it's gonna cover a pretty good area, especially when you spread it out. You see how that covered that really well? Now you don't really see the green as much. This is gonna be so cute. So this monster comes from Wreath Addiction RN. She has a shop on Etsy. And she has the cutest wreath attachments. They're so cute. Hello. Okay. I want to put one right in there too. You see how it has that big clump of green? Definitely want to get that. We'll add bows, and we'll also add some ribbon tails. That will also help. There, spread that out. Okay. Isn't this mesh so pretty? I love this. It's so pretty. The last time I got a tweed, it was horrible. This one is a lot better. I'm happy to report this one is a ton better. It kept wanting to stick to itself. I don't know. I must have just had a bad one. This one's pretty good. It does tend to want to fray a little bit. It's kind of like fabric mesh. So that's why I say you want to use the woodland ruffle with it. Ruffle, whatever you like to call it. I know, you know Halloween does not have to be purple and green and black, and it can be other colors. We love pastels around here, so anything with pastels is good. And I figure if they have ribbons to match, and I can make a sign to match, I can do whatever color I want. There's no rules. I also think it's cute and fun. I don't like to put up, you know, scary things for Halloween. So this is perfect. It's just cute and friendly. Okay, I want to put one here. And then we might put a couple in there. Or one. We might put one in there because that's going to be how many's left. All right. There we go. There. Let's see, we got that big clump of green right there. That's kind of where I determined where the second ones go. Is wherever there is a giant clump. So the first thing I'll do is just make sure. Oh, we could probably put one right there. It's kind of a big clump. Okay. Just like that. I haven't cut the ribbon yet. This I cut at 20 inches, yeah. Has he got his door locked? Yeah. He's probably working on the D&D stuff. There we go. See how quick that was? Now look, you can tell how cute this is going to be. Whoops. Look at that. You see how nice this base is for putting on multiple things? Okay. All right. So our ribbons have the exact same colors. All right, so we have, you can see this is kind of a repeating theme, right? Pink, green, white, pink, or I mean orange, pink, orange, white. Same thing in here, same thing in here. And then of course, the bright pink. Okay. So we're gonna do a bow. Isn't this the cutest stuff ever? Look at that. All right, so we're going to start off with a dovetail. So just fold over, cut towards that wired edge. You know, kind of like you used to do, you know how you used to do hearts when you were in school? Kind of the same thing. All right, let's do... we'll say like about 28 inches tail. Okay. We're going to twist it, right? So your ugly side should come up. All right. Then we're going to go to 6. 6. All right, this is what I want you to see. There's a pattern. You see the pattern? All right, one side is going one way, one side's going the other way. So to help with that, you pick it up and you flip it over. It doesn't matter which side you pick, and it doesn't matter which way you flip it. You can flip it this way or this way, and then all your patterns are the same. Really easy trick. Oh, the pine bases. It's the reason that I do it is because it's much wider than a regular base, and it holds more stuff in it better. And you're not going to see the pine. That's why I do it. I don't know why other people do it. It's really just a size of the base thing. There we go. Okay. Isn't this ribbon so cute? I love the little pink and black. Okay, there we go. All right. So you don't twist on this side because we're just going to pull it out. Trim it off. There we go. See how cute that is? Let's do this one. I'm not going to dovetail this one because I want to curl it. Okay, so I'll just use the same length. There. Okay, so we did 3. We're going to do 2. And then 1. Yeah, it just holds things in a lot better. So the pine pieces, they hold glue like nobody's business. That's why I like to use it. 8 o'clock. It's always 8 o'clock. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's do this one. Teresa, look how perfect this ribbon matches. Look. It's so cute. This one has the brighter pink. This one has the lighter pink and the brighter pink. I like that. This one also has like a dash of gold in it. This one also has a little dash of gold in it. So this is just a 3-2-1 bow. So 3 loops at 6 inches, 2 loops at 6 inches, 1 loop at 6 inches. There we go. Okay. I thought I had, yes I do. Okay. No I don't. That's a tiny one. I don't think that would work. Okay. Just grab a couple zip ties. Okay. So I'm just going to take the zip tie and go under one side. Just want to get it started. I like to let the zip tie pull it out of the bow maker for me. Reason being is when you pull it with your hands, you could accidentally get the ribbons off. So you might end up with one longer than the other. If you let the zip tie do it, it's just easy. And then you have your indention, hold it on one side, slide the zip tie around. Then I just kind of re-verify everything looks good. And I look to make sure it's still in that little channel. There we go. They're really great for like, especially especially like fall and Christmas when you're putting a lot of picks and florals and things like that in your wreath. They work really great. That's why I like them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is pull out our ribbons. That's the first pot of fluffing. There. That way I don't have to try to fight with them as I'm fluffing. They're just already going to be where I want them to be. Okay. I'm just going to hold these in the back. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So you want to twist back and forth, and the reason is, you see how these little pieces get stuck down in there? Those little pieces right in there? That's how you get them out. If you twist it back and forth, it loosens it up and it makes it a lot easier to pull those pieces out. If you don't, you won't get as nice a fluff. You want that nice fluff. And they will get stuck down in there just because of the nature of twisting. Okay. Yeah, you can get all different colors in these evergreens too. You can get white, tan, I think they have black. Yeah. I know Craft Outlet has several of the colored ones. Okay. So, cut that off. Alright. I'm going to zip tie this up to the top like this. Okay. So I'll kind of tie it kind of towards the center. Alright, let me get my... Okay. So you see here, here's the wire. I want to put it towards the inner one. That way I don't have to worry about it falling off towards the end. Okay. There we go. Then I'll pull it where I want it. Make sure my bow is all good and still fluffed. And then I'll pull the zip tie underneath the bow. Tighten it a little more. I don't want to tighten it too much because I don't want it to get buried in the wreath. There, like that. All right. Then I'm going to take these three. I'm going to pinch them together like this. And I'm going to tie it. This is also why I like them. I'm going to tie it down here like that. Just kind of blouse them out. And I will angle cut the little 1.5. There. Got these. Okay. Here. Right. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put some of the pink pumpkins in here. Look at these. Are these not awesome? I love these. I got so excited when I saw these pink pumpkins. All right. Let's see if I can find the others. There they are. Okay. All right. Here we go. There we go. All right. Now we're going to put him on. And then we'll start working the other stuff around it. So this comes with pipe cleaners already on it. So you can easily just, what I'm going to do is take one of my weaving needles. I'm going to go right in this pipe cleaner. I'm going to go right down through the center. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so there it is. I want to get it underneath this wire. Okay, there we go. And then this side, I can push these apart, and then I can tie these together. There we go. See, that was easy. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that was the bottom. Let's do the top. Same process. These things at the bottom. I love these things. Hey! Okay. Right down. Make sure it goes behind that wire. There we go. Makes it much easier to grab it. There we go. Okay, I got it. There. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Look at that, y'all. We haven't even done that much. It's already so cute. I love it. Okay. All right. This little guy is going to go up here, kind of behind the bow. So this is just an 8-inch sign. You could do a 6-inch sign or no sign. All right. Oh my gosh, look at the new signs I made. I have made a whole bunch of signs. I haven't listed them all yet, but look, this is a sign and ribbon set. This is going to be a sign and ribbon set. It's got its little skeleton witches reading. And this is just like Halloween. Okay. All right. Here we go. So, did I bring that stuff up, Bella? Hey, baby girl. You out of water? I'll get you some real soon. Okay. And then we're going to take some of our leftover ribbon and we're going to do some ribbon tails. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay, so I hole punched it with a metal hole punch. Everything is going better, thankfully. John's dad, they sent him home today, thankfully. The chemo went well. So I think he has, I'm not sure how many sessions he has left, but it stopped the pain, which is what they were trying to do. So that's really good. He has multiple myeloma. I can do something similar to it, yes. Not exact, but I can get pretty close. It was kind of a rough weekend around here, but we got through it. All right. So right up here, and kind of behind our sign, I'll use my little weaving needle. Okay. So it's just like you're sewing something, and it goes, it'll go through mesh, it'll go through the pine, and you can use it to go around the wire, which to me is like, you know, the frame. That's like the hardest part to me. So it makes it. I'm working on one with 2 crows right now. It's gonna be cute. Oh, and a autism awareness one. A couple of custom orders we have. All right. Okay. So see, I just keep it on the little weaving needle, and then I just go right under the frame like that, and then it's really easy. Me too. This has been kind of a weird year, but we will get through it. Not a problem. Okay, there. All right, now we're going to do some ribbon tails. I think, let me see if I want to do, I think I might do 13. Let me just see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do 13-inch. I'm not sure how many we'll need. Let's start with maybe like 5 or 6 here. Okay. Now with these, you can put 2 ribbons together, or you can do them on their own. Really just depends on what you like and what you want. There's that one. Let's do some of this. Usually I do these together, but I didn't. Let's do a couple of these. I'll do the other. Oh, it's on the ground, of course, because that's how I roll. Everything on the ground. Okay. If I do dovetails with these, I do dovetail them. I kind of got my words all scrambled there. All right. There we go. Okay. Then we'll do this last one. You have the monster in a different color. Is it green? I think it's green. She has this in another color too. Oh, that's so nice. When I send wreaths to the senior center with my dad, sometimes he has a hard time getting it there without the bus driver trying to talk him into letting her have it. Okay, so we're just going to take it and put it in there. Spread it out. There we go. See? Okay. Can put some back here. So just like regular tails, you just pinch in the middle get a little bit of curl in it. That just helps it go over the mesh. There we go. Okay. That'll go there. Okay. Those wires, sometimes they just want to stick together. There we go. You could also do a little bow at the top if you wanted. There's no rules. You can do it however you want. Let's see. I think we could probably do maybe a tail over here. But I think we'll do the tail a little differently. Okay. So this time, we're gonna pull them forward like this, so it doesn't come up and interfere here. And I really only need one tiny piece to do this. I just kind of pull them apart. I can do that all around here. See, it's pretty easy to actually cover the evergreen. Yeah, pastels for holidays are in. Oh, look at this. Let me show you this pretty ribbon I got today. Let's see. Doing this one. Now this one. Ooh. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but we're doing something with it. What's the matter, Belly? You want on the couch? Okay. All right. Oh, goodness. There you go. Woo. She's a heavy baby. Okay. There we go. So one more right in here. Yeah. There. We could even put, oh no, let me see if I like that or not. Let's just see. Carolina pottery, that's where I went. I love Carolina pottery. That's where I got all this today. There we go. So same thing, kind of to the front like this, and then just kind of underneath our little monster here. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Okay. So this will kind of widen this a little bit and kind of pull it in with the rest. I'm still going to have a lot of ribbon left over. Another reason why I like to use this kind of base is that you end up with, you don't have to use as much of certain things. Like you don't have to use as much mesh. You don't have to use as much ribbon. But you get the same effect. Oh yeah, see that helps a lot. Okay. All right, let's put in our little pumpkinies. Okay, I want this one to kind of go in here. So I'm going to use, see how it has the little kind of wired part? I'm going to get a good amount of glue on that. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I'm hitting that pine because that's what it'll glue to, and then I want it to kind of come up a little bit like that. So that's why I wanted to use the one that has this kind of little spring on it already. Yes, they can. People can be so mean. I think I want to do one more there. Okay, and I like having this little bit extra on it because then I can kind of play with where I want it. There, see that? Isn't that cute? All right, then this one I will trim off. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue it right to that evergreen piece and just kind of tuck it in. Let's just tuck those in. Well, we might do, no, I think it's okay. All right, and then I want to put the other one up here, I think. Find some little cute like pink pick things, but I couldn't really find anything I really liked. You could do like put some of like the orange ficus in. That would be really cute, especially if you hit like some of the places where it's still green. You can get these in all different colors, right? You can get the orange, the pink, the purple, red, green, white, blue. Like they come in every color. And they're great. They're inexpensive. And they're really cute. And they just kind of add a little bit extra. So we have a lot of paint going on. So I'm just going to kind of throw in a little bit of orange. Kind of bring that color back out. It also will help cover any of the green we have left. Okay. This stuff is really great for doing, you know, like the little lanterns and stuff. It's awesome. It's very bendable. And boy, can you cut it up. You can cut it in so many different pieces. So a little bit goes a long way. Like one piece will go pretty far. There. See how that just kind of pops that orange back out? I can also put a little bit kind of in the bow, like back down in there. That. There. Put a small one in there. And then in here. That. Okay. That's weird. I guess it fell off. And I didn't bring up any of the pink because there was already so much pink on here that I didn't want to, you know, add more pink. I wanted to bring the orange back out. Okay, there. Oh, that's so cute. All right, let's look at it. This is cute. All right. Look at that. Oh, that is so cute. Wait, that way. It goes that way. Look how cute. That is adorable. Isn't this little monster so cute? He's so cute. I love the colors. They're like non-traditional. Let's see how cute all the sides look. Now, if you looked at this, would you assume that it was on an evergreen wreath? You wouldn't, right? Let's see, that's the back of it. The great thing is you can take 2 of these pieces and make your hanger like that. There we go. Well, it might help if I made the hanger the right place. I'm back. Everything is backwards for me, so it's hard for me to see which direction I'm supposed to be in. That's funny. This is cute. Awesome. That was fun. What do we think? Isn't she cute? She's so cute. I need to just kind of move this side over a little bit, but that's easy. There we go. She's so cute. Awesome. All right, so I'm hoping tomorrow we're going to work on some stuff for the tree because we did the bow today. I want to work on some of the little candies we're going to make with the little foam. You know, the pool noodles. So that'll be fun. So that'll probably be tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you'll have an awesome night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I needed it after all of the days of stress we've had. Dex, they put him on Suboxone. I think they put him on Suboxone. They had him on something really major in the beginning. And he was getting, like, it was terrible. He was getting, like, delusions and confused, and it was terrible. So then they switched him to that. But I'll have to ask about that. Thank you, Teresa. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.